Come here. Come on in. Welcome to the party. Here he is. Woo-hoo. You excited?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Our engagement, our wedding to be. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Caira, and this is
Alex.
Alex! I, number one, was really excited to make this video because look at my new beautiful background. I have like a desk office area and she's a stunner. She looks great. Are you impressed with how Alex built it all? Thank you. But it looks so good. I'm so excited. So anyways, I was really excited to film a sit down chat because I really want to show off my new YouTube background. But also, you guys DM me all the time with so many questions about our engagement and about like us getting married and a wedding and everything. I figured let's lob out all the questions and do a full sit down chat.
I'm so scared.
Why are you scared? I don't understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
First question.
So I have a bunch of questions here. I haven't read them to Alex yet, so we're just gonna fire through a bunch of them and see what our answers are. Answer your questions. That's it.
All right.
Don't be scared.
All right, I'm ready.
First question, elopement or wedding?
Can you explain to me what an elopement is?
Elopement is if the two of us ran off and got married, just the two of us.
Oh, I think I'd prefer to just do a regular wedding.
Yeah, we are doing a regular, we're doing a regular wedding. For us, we love our friends and family very, very much. And I'm excited to spend that day with them and have it be like a special with all of us.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a party.
It's gonna be a party. I love you very much. And I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to do like, you're welcome. I'm excited to have like a honeymoon and stuff with you. But like to me, because we've been together for so long and I don't know, it wasn't any shock that we're gonna be together forever kind of thing. It's more like a celebration with everyone.
Why do people elope?
For something small and intimate together, and I don't know, it's cheaper. I'm not one of those people, so my logic isn't great there. Are you planning on having a big or small wedding?
I think we're gonna do a small wedding, is what we talked about.
Mm-hmm. Small to us is 75 people, which I feel like is actually, it's still small. It's not like a micro wedding. It's a little hard. I have a lot of family. My parents are divorced. Both parents are remarried, and I have step siblings on both sides, as well as because he grew up in New York, I grew up in California, we met in Arizona, we now live in Chicago. We have friends all over. And so keeping it at 75 is already going to be insanely tough. We're going to make some cuts. We're probably going to have some people pretty pissed off at us, but we love them. We just can't have every single person at our wedding. It'd be insane. How did you start ring shopping and which places did you visit?
Kind of on a whim, if I remember correctly, but we just started talking about the possibility of doing it, and I think we booked a appointment to go look at some things in Gold Coast like a week ahead of time, and we didn't even really none of the two of us have ever really done any type of ring shopping. What was the question?
Basically, it was probably about February of last year. We were having tacos in Pilsen, and after I had like 2 margaritas, I was like, hey, I don't know if you have a ring already, but if you don't, I am down to go with you. And Alex was just like, oh, thank God. Like, I have no idea how I was supposed to figure this out. Like, what do I even look for? What do I do? And at the time, I think I always thought I liked the idea of being fully surprised. But then when I really thought about it, I am a very simple jewelry person. And when I put something on, it's literally like, I don't ever take it off. And I knew that's how I'd be with an engagement ring. And I was correct. Because of that, I wanted to make sure I liked it. And I didn't even know what I liked. How was I supposed to expect him to pick out something for me when I don't know my own taste? And so from there, you made the idea on my birthday to go look at engagement rings. And we didn't have any appointments or anything. We were in West Loop and we tried to bop around and that went very poorly. And so we went to Jewelers Row in the Loop. Those were all very like pawn shoppy. Like I remember in the storefront of one of the stores, they had like a chain with like the Gatorade symbol in stones. And I was like, this isn't it. And so we didn't look at anything that day. What he was referring to in Gold Coast is we made an appointment to go to Brilliant Earth. They were really, really great because they walked us through everything from the start because we really knew nothing. But what I didn't love was it wasn't super customizable. That they basically had like one 5-prong setting and that was it. And I found out that you can do a 3-prong setting. I'll like pop a picture of my ring up here so you can see it better. And so we asked around a little bit more, and one of our friends had just recently gotten engaged and they went to a place that is in Jewelers Row. I'll put the name, it's like Dimanskazi or something, also can't pronounce it. They were great and they were really helpful as well. And there we could customize, get the exact amount we wanted and everything. I wasn't with him when he bought it. Like we just went and looked at things together and we walked out and Alex was like, well, we're done. Like we're not looking anymore. Like I know what I'm doing.
and I didn't get the diamond in, mounted and all that. Like they didn't have it done until the morning of the engagement.
At one point too, I was on his phone like sending myself photos, and he knew I was on his phone, like it wasn't a sneaky thing. But I saw like Diamond Skazi like pop up, like an email popped up, and it was like confirmation. And I remember at first like my thought was like, is this like a real estate client? Like why do I recognize that name? And then I was just like, ah! And I like threw his phone at him, and I was like, I'm not supposed to know. And he was like, I'm not trying to tell you. Arizona or Chicago?
As far as a wedding venue,
Yeah.
I mean, both would be awesome. I think we're gonna go Chicago.
Yeah, we're gonna go Chicago.
I wish you've ever seen in football where the high school kid is about to commit to a college and he sits down at a conference table and there's all the reporters. They have the two hats, Arizona or Chicago. It's like, where's the wedding gonna be? And you reach and you grab the Chicago hat and you put it on.
We just love the city, and it'll be really fun to have all of our friends and family here. It's going to be like a destination wedding because everyone we love is all over the place. And so it'll be fun to be able to show off this city that's like so important to us. What are you most looking forward to about your day?
My day.
The wedding day.
Oh, the wedding day. I think it's just gonna be a really fun party. Like that's the way I see it. Like with just fun people all getting together, having a good time. I hope it's gonna be memorable. I think we're just gonna have lots of fun the whole time.
When we got engaged and we started talking about what a wedding looks like to us, one of the biggest things to us was we want it to be really low stress and we want it to be really, really fun. And I think that's part of the reason of why we're keeping it so small, because I think the bigger it gets, just like the more we lose control of like being able to keep it like fun and low stress. I want to wear a pretty dress, which I think I found already. And I want to eat good food, and I want to drink copious amounts of alcohol and dance my butt off with my friends and family and just like celebrate. Another question I got in here, which I guess is a good one, is how to decide on bridesmaids. We aren't doing a bridal party, especially with us keeping it at 75. Honestly, every single one of my friends that's going to be invited to the wedding would have been somebody who would have been in my bridal party. It gets really tough because our friends are from all over the place. I have like 3 best hometown friends. I have 3 best college friends. I have 3 best Chicago friends. I don't want to make 9 people wear a specific dress and hold a bouquet for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't want to give like weird responsibilities to any of my friends that they don't really necessarily want to have.
Yeah.
Like I just want them to show up and enjoy themselves. That's it.
Or like, I don't want to pick a maid of honor like that.
Oh yeah, I don't want to, like, if I don't have to, I don't want to go up to one friend and be like, and you're the best friend.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to him either. And so we aren't doing a bridal party. We're not religious, so for us, like, we're not doing like a long, lengthy ceremony with readings and stuff. We'll probably go up and say our vows and be in and out within like 15, but
yeah, the whole formality of it's gonna be quick.
Yeah.
And then it's just gonna be back to hanging out and enjoying ourselves. And maracas.
Budget. Well, we don't have one, is what it is. As you can tell, we haven't really nailed down a budget entirely yet. What I can say is I don't want to spend our entire life savings on a wedding. It's one day, and I'm very excited about it. And when it really comes down to it, the things that are important to us for a wedding aren't that it is extremely over the top and glitzy and glamorous. I'm excited to be with the people I love and spend that time with them. And I don't think it needs to cost an insane fortune for us to do that. But we haven't nailed down the definitives of it or anything yet. I mean, it gets easier in the fact that we are doing bridesmaids. Like, I don't have to bake. Like, normally I'd buy like 12 bouquets.
Jeez.
Yeah, not doing cakes. Like, we just aren't doing a lot of things that don't mean a lot to us. And I'd rather allocate that money towards open bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get to this one.
Oh boy.
How did you know you found the one?
Oh jeez.
I know.
How did I know I found the one? Like when I thought about my future and I was certain, like absolutely certain that it involved you, that's how I knew.
It's like the most logical answer.
You know, especially like when you first start dating and stuff, like it's like everything's up in the air and you're like, I don't know, like, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like anything could happen, and you know, after you date for a long time, it starts to become more clear. And when I looked at my future and I knew for 100% definitively that I wanted you to always be in it. You know, that's when it's like, okay, I guess that means I have to go buy a rock.
I feel like I have 2 answers to this. Because one is like my hopeless romantic-y answer, and the other is like my logical side. I can say without a doubt, when I first met Alex, he was special. You were. Like, I just remember, like, you could always light up any room. Like, in any social situation, you just, like, shine. You are so kind and welcoming to anybody ever brought into a situation, whether they feel uncomfortable or like if somebody doesn't know anyone, like you're the first person to like go out of your way. And like you always say, like, you can be friends with anyone, and you are. Like, you're friends with like literally any person you meet. But we were friends for a long time before we dated, and you were always just special. Like, I loved your energy and loved being around you, and like it hasn't changed. We will have been dating 7 years by the time we get married. And like all of these things are still so true. Like you're so goofy, you're so weird, but you're so perfect for me. Like I love every part of your energy.
I just wish I could give an answer that was half as good as yours.
Thank you.
I just wish that's the one thing I'm lacking, ability to get emotional and mushy and give the
It's
answers
okay.
you're looking
I think
for.
I have too much emotion, so we balance each other out. Logically, I think for me, as ironic as it is, we bought a house together when I was 22 and you were 23. That to me was less serious than us moving to Chicago together. That was kind of, I think, when I had mentally sealed the deal. Changed every single thing about our lives. We didn't know a single person in Chicago. We didn't move here with a friend group.
You left your job.
I left my job to move here with you, and
Yeah.
it was like, we're doing it. Like, we are in the long run. Okay, this question says, did you have any idea he was going to propose, or was it a total surprise?
She had no idea.
I had no idea.
It was a total surprise.
It was a total surprise. Did I know he was going to propose? Yes. Did I think it was happening in that instance? Absolutely not. Please cue in photo of my extremely shocked and confused face as I walked out.
Or put up the little box of the link to the video.
Yeah, we'll also put the engagement video in the description box. We were going to Europe in 2 weeks, and so I had blinders on. I was dead set, like I thought he was going to propose in Europe. I had no idea. And so on the day he actually proposed, there were so many warning signs towards it. Like so many things had happened that should have been a dead giveaway. But
Not that many. We were pretty airtight.
you all turned off your locations. That should have given it away
But
right
there's
then.
still enough deniability there.
I called Amy, and Amy damn near said on the phone, Ashley couldn't hang out with me today because her friend's getting engaged.
That was the biggest leak. I forgot to tell Ashley to not tell anybody.
Yeah, Ashley.
I just thought she would know.
So that almost gave it away. And then I knew you and your mom had gone to the ring store that morning, but
Maybe I was just showing it to her or something.
yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea. Anyways,
So Caira helps people find apartments. Plug.
if you need an apartment in Chicago, my information's down below.
So I made a fake client that my friend Sam posed as, who was going to meet her at one of these nice luxury buildings in downtown Chicago, and she was going to help him find a nice apartment. And little did she know, when she showed up, when I was already in cahoots with the apartment building, there was no client. It was me and a violinist and rose petals and a ring.
Yeah, I had no idea. So I literally thought I was showing up for work and the elevator doors open, and I was just like, are you serious? I had no idea. So more than anything, I'd wanted to be surprised. I wanted to be a shock. So
I did
you pulled
that.
it off. Oh yeah, you did a very good job. Nice. Wedding planning in pandemic challenges.
I mean, compared to all the weddings I planned outside of the pandemic, I don't know.
We haven't really run into any. We are not getting married until 2023. So as of now,
too early.
we have no idea what those challenges will be or what we're dealing with. Luckily, we are keeping things on a smaller side. Luckily, it is like 2 years away, so we have time, but we'll cross those bridges when they get here. There will be something, I'm sure. Will I be changing my last name? Yes, I will be taking on Alex's last name. His family's really unique in that anyone who has his last name is literally like directly related to him, which I think is really, really cool. Yeah. But number one, I love my last name as well. Button is actually my like given name, but because it is also my brand, and I almost kind of feel like it's like a stage name at this point because like it's just so cute. I am going to be making that like my middle name and then making Imler my last name, so that way like all of my socials can still stay Caira Button. But I do want your last name. Oh. And I want our babies to have the same last name. Are you gonna hire Ashley for your photographer?
Oh, we talked about this. So we're gonna hire a wedding photographer. Also, we want Ashley's like our best friend, and so we want her to enjoy the wedding too and not have to work. But that being said,
I will be hiring Ashley. She will be taking pictures for us, but I do want a secondary photographer who specializes in wedding photography just to make sure all of our bases are covered. I also want a videographer. If you can't tell, video is a very important content piece of my life, and so I want a videographer, but I also want Ashley to be there, help capture those moments, but also be able to enjoy herself and have fun at this giant party too.
Womp womp.
But so I haven't figured out like who the secondary photographer or videographer will be. We got time. First things, we are going in like a week and a half to go view a bunch of venues. So I think I'm gonna film that and show venues and what their costs are right now in Chicago. I think that would just be really interesting because holy crap, it is so hard. So I'll have that video coming up. But once we lock down a venue and like a hotel block, there's nothing that I feel like we need to do for a long time because we're not looking to get married until like fall of 2023. So all of that stuff can come later. Are your current desires for your big day similar to what they were pre-engagement?
I gotta be honest, I literally put zero thought whatsoever towards my wedding desires pre-engagement. Basically, me getting engaged was me telling myself, okay, you can start thinking about this now.
Yeah, I would say everything was the same. I'd say before we were engaged, I knew I didn't want bridesmaids. I knew I wanted to keep it really simple. I didn't know where I wanted it. There was a while where we talked about doing a like destination wedding abroad, but I would say I feel like I had a pretty good head on my shoulders of what I wanted a wedding to be, and now it's just like we've discussed it and like I feel like we're in a good place.
Yeah, we got time.
We have time. All right, that's it. That's all of our questions. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun to make. We haven't like talked about a ton of this stuff, so that was fun. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below and we'll answer them for you. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that big red subscribe button. I post a video every 3 days and I would love for you to follow along.
Can I rephrase that? Smash the subscribe button.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.